Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. Going to be doing something a little bit different today. Oh my gosh. So I have, this is actually funny. He is on my lap today. Normally he's next to my lap. He is on my lap today. I have some crystals out right now. I have some Amanda Ellis sprays out right now. I have a pile of runes out right now, and he was actually it's kind of funny because he was actually laying on the pile. So he loves energy. He's acting like he doesn't care, but when you guys aren't around, he's like laying on my mic and laying on the runes. Anyways, I have some really cool things to show you today. So the kind of concept behind today's video is something that I shared with you in a previous video. So I don't know if you saw it or not, but in a previous video, I had given you a poem that was both from Merlin, Odin, and Jesus, or Yeshua. And the three of them and myself also made a crystal grid based off of the energies of what they were trying to teach us. And so the lesson in that video was talking about combining energies from different places, from unexpected places, and combining them to make a new energy that is more powerful than those individual energies combined. It's something new and it's something greater. Um, and in their poem, they talked about it being like a cake is something that you combine these ingredients to make a cake, and a cake is better or greater, or it's a new, completely different energy than eggs plus flour plus milk or whatever the case is. So the energies I'm going to be working with today, one of them that I want to introduce to you is the artwork of Catrine Skott, Skott. She's got the two little dots above her O. So first I want to show you some of her artwork. I mentioned her before. I had mentioned her before. And all I told you is that she was an artist. She's a Swedish artist, by the way. If any of you are interested, I'll put her information in the description. But she has artwork that the second I saw it, I could feel the energy coming off of it. She has, and she doesn't say this is my interpretation of her artwork. My interpretation of her artwork is that she has guides in the seventh dimension that she is channeling, and that these guides are helping her to put seventh dimensional messages. By the way, that was love light, in case you were curious. Her guides are helping her put seventh dimension messages into her artwork. So when you look at her artwork, if you're sensitive to energy, you're going to feel something. It's giving off energy. It might activate something for you. It might act kind of like a crystal grid and help you with some part of your life. This one is Pyramid Inside. Just want to show you some of these. Look at that guy. This one is Rays of Energy. I mean, if you can't feel the energy coming off of that, I don't know. You might be dead, because it's like traveling. It's like traveling through a portal. It really is. I'm going to show you just a couple more, and then I'm going to show you what I want to do with her work today. Let me show you this one. So this one's called Blueprint. And I can't even, this is a beautiful piece. I can't even fit it in my little camera shot. There we go. And you can see she started painting a tree at the bottom. And then you can see it kind of becomes the elephant's head. And as you move up higher, it's a peacock. and then out of the peacock's head, all these bubbles. And she told me the original of this is actually insanely huge, insanely huge. I want to show you. It's hard to capture on this camera, to be totally honest with you, but there is an insane amount of detail that she's put into this. And there are these little faces, these little creatures, like, look, jellyfish, this guy. There's all this additional detail. It looks like the cosmos, but really there's a lot more going on in this than what meets the eye. And so you could just stare at it for a long time and pull in a lot of different pieces of the artwork. Okay, I'm going to show you one more piece. This guy. There's like a mystical energy coming off of this one. The word secrets is what I hear. It's like secrets, mystical secrets, secrets of the universe. Um, Archangel Zadkiel works with this kind of energy, and it just reminds me of him. This one is called, sorry guys, I touched my mic. This one's called Rays of Love. So she has many, many, many more pieces than this, but I just wanted to show you some of them so you can get a feel for that energy. And it's like, what do you feel? Do you feel it in a certain chakra? Do you feel it all over? So she's working with a guide or guides to create her artwork, which is exactly what you want to do when you're creating something. You want to work with a higher power because the combination of you two working together is going to give you something better and greater. What I want to do today is I want to combine Catrine's art with me and my guides. So her and her guides with me and my guides, plus crystals, plus Amanda Ellis. And I feel like I'm going to put some runes in there too. I feel like I'm going to do a massive combination of energies. So what I have here, she has like blankets, and this is actually a pillowcase, which is the funny part. So sorry, can't really see all of this at all. This is probably my favorite piece of hers. And it's a pillowcase. And it's funny because yes, it's a pillowcase, but guess what? I'm going to use this as a crystal grid. So there are unexpected ways that you can combine energies. It doesn't have to be a sacred geometry shape in order for you to use it as a crystal grid. It doesn't have to be a piece of paper or a piece of wood or whatnot. This is perfect because it's velvet. It's super soft. And so when I put all my crystals on here, it's not going to scratch them. It's going to treat them really well. So this is the piece I'm going to use. I want to say it's called Lights from the North, but I'm going to reference it in the description to make sure I get the name correct on that one. And so I'm going to show you the crystal grid of this, but first I want to show you which crystals I'm using and explain a little bit more about it, because there's a reason for everything. So we're going to use that pillowcase as a crystal grid. We're going to be using some, this is sharp, some double pointed citrines. So this, we're going to be using it for the ability to promote creativity, motivation, and self-expression, and it can ease self-doubt. So we're going to use this in here. My goal with this crystal grid that my guides are telling me is that we want to push you. Gosh, you can hear it in my throat. What's funny is when I was holding up this one, and I don't even know why. Because look at this. Is there any blue on this one? I don't even think there is. When I was holding up this one, I felt something clearing in my throat. And so if you can hear if you can hear it in my throat right now, I did something to my throat. Um, but my goal with this crystal grid that I'm going to make is to motivate you into your self-expression in a creative way, whether you are an artist or you write books or whatever it is you do in your life, singing, I don't know, anything that you do where this is the way that you express love to the world. I want to motivate you to do it. And I also want to connect you to the same ultra high frequencies that Catrine is channeling. And we're going to get ours from this cool little bottle. So this is Amanda Ellis's Unicorn Unity Spray, but it's the 7th dimension connection spray. Holy cow. So let's connect to the 7th dimension. Okay, back to the crystals. I'm getting off track because I'm getting all excited about it. I want to show you a crystal that I don't know if you guys know about. When I first came across it, I was like, what is this? I've never heard of it. It's not very popular. But then the more I read about it, the more it did seem kind of popular. So this is a type of amethyst. So it's called Thunder Bay Amethyst, or sometimes it's called Auralite 23. I'll put the names in the description in case you are curious. This one is named Amethyst Bay because of the specific location that it's found, which is in Ontario, Canada, off the north shore of Lake Superior. So that's in Lake Superior I'm familiar with because it's in the US as well. So that city where it's found is called Thunder Bay. So let me show you this. So what makes the amethyst special, and you can see down here, we have like a purple color, right? We have the typical amethyst purple, but the actual points are red. So let's talk about that. So each one has a different amount of this coloring. The reason it's called Auralite 23 in general, this stone, not just the ones that are located in Thunder Bay, is because there are 23, at least 23 other minerals that are being combined with the amethyst. Holy cow. And so that is what's giving it this different coloring. So the red coloring is probably from hematite inclusions, but this guy can have all kinds of other inclusions. So things like gold, silver, platinum, malachite, which is green, copper, iron, citrine, so among many, many, many others. So what makes this guy so powerful is we already have a super powerful amethyst, and we now combined all these trace metals, which if you think about how we use like titanium coating on crystals nowadays, where we do it in a man-made kind of way, where we force the coating of the titanium or the platinum or whatever metal it is, silver, gold, we force that coating of metal onto a crystal. We do that to amplify the abilities. We do that to make it more powerful. So that's exactly what's happening here, but in a natural way. So this is a crystal that bridges you to the upper spiritual realms. Yes, to archangels, high vibrational spirit guides, and your higher self. So that's the kind of connection you want when you're creating something. So that's why we're putting him here. Another one I'm going to be using that you guys may or may not be familiar with. So I'm using lepidolite. Lepidolite is typically a really beautiful purple stone, but check out this guy. Not purple, and what is this? Look at that shine. So lepidolite is a mica. All of the mica stones, including purple lepidolite, If they're high quality, they have that really cool shine to it. So this yellow one, it's called either golden lepidolite or golden mica. It provides success in starting something new and helps you awaken your true strength. So that's why he's here. And I might use some other crystals. I'm not sure yet, but for sure I'm going to use some of these clear crystal quartzes. And we always use these to amplify the energies of the crystal grid, but also the intention that I've set for the quartz, the clear quartz crystal on the grid, is that it alone is going to enter your energy field first. Its energies are going to enter your energy field. It is going to clear your energy of any negative energies or low vibrational energies. It is going to balance your chakras. And I also am asking it to focus your energy. So we're just, clear quartz does everything. It is the miracle stone. So I'm asking it to go through and clear everything out of the way and set the perfect groundwork for all these other stones to build upon. So let's see. So I think let me show you actually the sprays I'm going to use too. So I already showed you the 7th dimension connection spray. Oh, you know what? They channeled information to me. Let me tell you about that. So the second spray, actually I'm going to use 3. Let me clear your energy right now. So remember I just talked about that clear quartz and what I want it to do? I'm going to use Amanda Ellis's White Light and Merkaba energy spray and just clear out our energy right now. Balance our chakras right now. Make sure that clear quartz has a nice, it's able to clear everything out and get us set for this. So this other spray that I'm going to be using later, it's Flame, Attunement, and Connection Master Spray. So this is a spray that I associate with Metatron because of the orange color and how he's presented the orange color to me. I'm going to be using it on the crystal grid to attune you to the highest possible energies that you are able to accept at this time. My intention is to take you forward on the next step of your journey. So that's what all that motivation is about. I want to take you somewhere that is a little bolder, a little braver, and with a whole lot of benefit to you because bravery pays off. Taking action towards things that matter to you, things that make you joyful, pays off. Venturing into the unknown with your guides pays off. Being who you truly are pays off. So this is everything that they were telling me. For some of you, this might be taking one of your gifts to the next level. You might feel more or see more than you have before. For most of us, the energy from this grid that I'm going to put together for all of you is going to come as an opportunity. It's going to manifest an opportunity. So an opportunity that is ours to grasp and take or ours to leave. This opportunity is a chance to grow and learn and get a little bit outside your comfort zone, but with a high payout to you. This is a long-term payout. This is not something that you would immediately receive. This is not like, oh, this is going to manifest me winning the lottery or getting an inheritance. That's not what this is meant to do. This is you making an investment in yourself or in the world, and you seeing that come back to you tenfold or 100-fold in the future. But you have to choose to take the opportunity. You have to choose to take action towards something new. It's going to look different for each of us. and it will be appropriate to where each person is in their life right now. So it's not, if you're, if you're struggling just to get out of bed every morning and like put on clothes and just pay your bills, this is not going to be asking you to, take an opportunity to start traveling the world and speaking in front of large groups, unless that is really what the next step is supposed to be for you and you can handle that, but probably not. This is going to meet you where you are and bring you the next step based on where you are. For someone, it might be learning how to do something they've always wanted to do. For another person, it might be building that website or start writing that book or forming a new friendship that leads to more opportunities down the line. Offer to help someone for free. See how that karmically returns to you later, multiplied. Recommend someone else's services or work or book because it has helped you so that others in the world can be changed too. There are lots of little ways we can change the course of our lives forever or change the course of someone else's life forever with very little effort, really. It's about putting yourself out there and seizing opportunities. And that allows your spirit guides to give you more opportunities that lead to more things. The more you put yourself out there, the more will come your way. I'm going to say it again. The more you put yourself out there, the more will come your way. The more abundance will come your way. Sometimes the opportunity is promoting yourself. Remember that. A lot of people are super shy about saying, hey, I could help you with that. Hey, I could do that. Hey, I have that ability, and maybe there are times when it's good and appropriate for you to offer free services, and there are lots of other times where it's good and appropriate for you to charge for your abilities. So remember that. My recommendation to everyone as a whole would be do things for free sometimes. It's a good karmic practice. It will bring things back to you in a greater amount than you would ever expect. However, people also need to pay their bills and people need to charge what they're worth. So most of the time, please charge for your abilities. Please charge for what you're capable of doing. And don't feel shy about promoting yourself. A lot of us feel like, oh, I'm going to be, so much ego to say, hey, I can do that. We got to let that go. We have to let that go because really what that is it's a cage, it's a boundary, it's a barrier. It's holding you back because you're like, oh, I don't want to seem like I think my work is the best. That's not what that means. You're not saying I am the best person in the world at this one task. You should go to me because of I am the best. That's not what you're saying. You're saying I know what I can do and this is a thing I can do. And if you're interested in this thing I can do, I would like to do it. So don't feel bad about promoting yourself in order to share what you do, in order to make a connection, in order to make a client, I guess is what I should say. So don't be shy about sharing with a stranger about your talents because you never know. You're in an elevator with someone, right? You never know when you say, hey, I feel really motivated to write this book and this is what it's going to be about and I've already started. And just talking to people, just telling people what you're doing because maybe they'll go, "Oh, hey, really? I just finished writing a book and I worked with this really great group of people that helped me publish it. And here, let me give you their information. You never know when your innocent conversation is going to help you link up with people you're supposed to be linking up with on your journey. So we worked on the throat chakra, guys. We just worked on the throat chakra. Remember that throat chakra grid last month. So the point of that is to have you guys nice and primed now to feel comfortable to start sharing about yourself and what you can do, because that's going to help connect you with people who are going to be your new friends, or they're going to be your new business partners, or they're going to help connect you with someone that you really could use on your path. This is how your angels and guides work. But you have to speak up. They're not going to just see you on the elevator and go, "Hey, do you need help with a publisher? Do you need, whatever?" Um, or they might have a service that you really need, and you just don't know it until you talk to people. So open up those throat chakras, feel confident. Let's take a look at this crystal grid. It's going to be next level. It's going to be something else. So let's take a look. Are you ready to build a crystal grid and combine some energies? Let's get this guy going. So we have Catrine's velvet pillowcase, and this is Lights from the North. And so this is my grid. Going to start off with some citrine points that I showed you guys earlier. There's no real right or wrong way to put them on here. Just whatever way that you kind of like the way it looks at the end. And it's a little bit more, it's a little bit different, is what I'm going to say, when you're using something like this that has a triangle as a center shape. It's different to work with that than it would be to work with like a circle or a square. Well, actually, even a square would be different, to be honest. But this is going to come out working for us nicely. And so now I'm putting on the either golden mica or the golden lepidolite. And let's see. Let's go ahead and use the Thunder Bay amethyst. And you'll remember that it has a whole lot of different minerals combined in here. So some of them look more red, some of them look more purple. It's no matter. They're all going to work amazing for us. And crystal quartz. And then I did talk to Odin, who's literally my right-hand guy, who literally hangs out at my direct right-hand side, even closer than Metatron, because he does all my protection stuff for me all day with clearing entities. But I talked to Odin, and he thought it was good to use runes. So he has selected 6 different runes. So I'm going to show those to you, and I'm going to tell you why he picked those. I'm not going to be the best at naming all of these. So this first one is the ice rune. It represents the element of ice. The reason he picked this is it is a strong magical rune. It calls for caution and skill to be rightly directed. We have that guy there. I know I'm going to be pronouncing these wrong. Jara, Jara. It represents the cycle of the year. It represents sowing and harvest. It is the rune of autumn, when we harvest the fruits of our work. It guides us to a good harvest in spiritual respects as well. It shows that we need patience and that we shouldn't try to hasten natural processes that always need a certain time to be completed. Don't like pulling these out. And this is what happens when you make a crystal grid, right? You change your mind, you start adjusting things. All right, next one. Pertra. This is the rune of earth, rock, and mineral kingdom. It is a rune with considerable transforming qualities. That's something that we're going to need on this grid. All right. Elgis is the next one. This is a rune of protection. It's a strong protective rune against all sorts of negative energies, and it represents inner strength and clarity. So, of course, we talked about this on, gosh, it was the August energy update. We talked about this, where you need clarity of what you want in order to head into that direction. And you need inner strength and confidence to head into that direction. So, perfect choice by Odin. Two more. We have Tyr. And this is the rune of Father Sky and the spiritual warrior. So it kind of embodies manliness and fatherliness and kind of male energy in general. So it's going to be important to us because that male energy, traditionally in the divine sense, if you think about divine masculine energy, it's the energy of doing. And we need the energy of doing to manifest anything that we want to come to pass. So we need that energy. It also is the rune of the spiritual warrior. The spiritual warrior dares to confront and overcome his own dark side and joyfully throws himself into challenging situations. So that's that one. And then our last one, there's no way I'm saying these right. Madir, the rune of mankind, the rune of awakening, and of becoming human. So the components of this one that we need are really self-knowledge and self-confidence. So those are the 6 runes that Odin recommended. I'm going to go ahead and I'm asking if we want something in the center or not. Okay. We do. Okay. Guides have chosen. Let me show you. This is a calcite that has been shaped into a sphere. If you check out the color, it's got that golden color. So, of course, it's going to support the solar plexus and our confidence and our willpower and just our ability to get stuff done. So that's a perfect center crystal to have on here. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate this guy. Let's see what they want to use first. Nope, not that one. We already used the white light to clear away everything for all of you. We're going to go ahead and get right into the 7th dimension connection spray. And I'm sorry, because I know it's upside down when I'm showing you guys things. I should think about these things when I'm showing you things. Sorry. So let's go ahead and spray this one. Woo! All right. Let's connect us all to the 7th dimension. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to activate it with my own abilities. So this one is the Flame Attunement and Connection Master Spray. So this is the component that is going to attune you to the 7th dimension. And all of these other energies that we have down here. I spent time kind of meditating on Catrine's artwork and this one in particular because I feel so much energy from it, but it's almost like I'm not being given the words that I thought I would be given to describe how the energy feels. It feels like a very big energy. It feels like creation level big energy, but I'm not getting any descriptions beyond that. It's almost like because the energy will impact everyone differently, that they don't want me to limit it by trying to describe it and put it in a box. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this guy. You know what? Use my left hand. Both my hands work great, but my left one has got a little extra. All right. So this grid is going to be sending you a unique energy that has never been combined before, that is going to behave differently for each of you. It is going to be the energy of moving forward. It's going to be the energy of bravery, of action, of taking a leap of faith, of taking a step forward. It's going to be the energy of investment, of investing something now in yourself that pays out for you in the future. That's the energy that is in this. This is everything that I have for you. I will include a picture of this on our website in case you ever want to look at it again in the future. And that is everything that I have for you. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.